clicked on this video, it's because you wanted to see how to do this beautiful, soft, glam, everyday, baddie makeup, going out to dinner. Don't want to look too dramatic, but you want to look like you did your big one. And you clicked on the right video, because I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. So let's get right into it. I'm going to start off with my eyebrows, of course. But before I jump into doing my eyebrows, I'm just gonna prime my face. I already washed my face and moisturized, so priming is the next step. Whenever you're doing your makeup, your base is the most important thing, and not even like your foundation, like your base of your skin needs to be perfectly moisturized. You wanna make sure that it's not dry, because if it's dry, your makeup will cling to those dry patches and then it'll show your texture, and we don't want that. So make sure you're moisturizing, make sure you're priming. The primer that I'm going to use today is the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base. I love the way this smells. It smells like oranges. It really does make your face feel so moisturized, and it's so creamy. Now you can mix this primer with another primer. That's totally fine. Honestly, I know there's like that trend on TikTok going around about don't mix silicone and water base. I truthfully don't think there's a difference to that. I think you just have to make sure you're letting your face marinate in a way. Like you have to give things time before you're trying to move on to the next step in your makeup. So like give things a couple seconds, even with your skincare. Like if you're putting niacinamide on, you don't want to go right back in with like hyaluronic acid or something. Like give it time, let it marinate, and then go in with something else on top of that. So now that I'm all primed and prepped, I'm gonna go into my eyebrows. So whenever you're doing your brows, you honestly want to make sure that it's as dry as possible. So I'm going to just put a little bit of setting powder on them, and then we're gonna get to business. The setting powder that I'm gonna use is the Airspun Loose Face Powder. I love this powder so much. $6, get you one of them. I'm just gonna take that and dust that onto my brows to just make sure that they're super dry and ready for product. You don't have to overdo it with the powder, just enough so they look like this, like a little ashy. And then you're gonna take whatever brow product you're gonna use. So I'm going to use LA Girl Brow Ink Micro. It's basically a brow pen. So I'm just brushing up my hairs and making sure they're all nice and even. Before I even go into the makeup, so sorry, I forgot to mention. So I used to use the Brow Elf Lift, like brow lift, but I stopped using it because honestly it was super oily and I think it was making me break out around my brows. So I started using Got To Be on my brows. And there's this TikToker who I saw do it. I forgot her name, but she's like an icon. I love her. But she uses it on her brows, and her brows always look bomb. So she influenced me to get into this, and I'm gonna push it onto y'all to get into it because it honestly works better than any of these little blues on the market that they're trying to sell us. And I'm not really brushing them up, I'm just laying them down. If you have unruly brow hairs, this is like perfect. So now I'm gonna lightly like mimic my brow hairs. Obviously it's okay if they look raggedy, you want them to look raggedy. And just gonna now brush like the product through my brow. Alright, now that they're filled in, I'm gonna go in with like a little flat concealer brush like this one, and then I'm gonna use my Shape Tape concealer that's like in my shade. I'm gonna use that, and then I'm gonna also use this e.l.f. concealer. But for the bottom portion, you want to kind of put more on your lid because this will be the base for your eyeshadow, and we're not going to do crazy eyeshadow because eyeshadow is intimidating. Now I'm going to go in with the Airspun powder again because since I just put that concealer on my eyelid, we want to just set that, because since that's going to be like the base for my eyeshadow. So same thing I did to my eyebrows, I'm doing to my eyelids. Alright, so I'm going to go in with my base for my makeup. So I'm going to use my Haus Lab Skin Tech Foundation. I'm just going to put it like on the back of my hand here. 2 pumps, and I'm just going to swirl it around on my foundation brush to make sure it's nice and even, and then I'm going to just apply that on my skin. So normally the next thing I will do is apply my blush, my liquid blush, under my concealer. These e.l.f. blushes are bomb. I love them. I'm normally a pink blush girly, but we're going to do orange today because honestly orange on brown skin just looks beautiful. Pink does look gorgeous, and I love that we're all doing pink, but like there's something about an orange blush on black women that I just love. So we're doing it. So I like to apply my blush super high on my face, like right directly on my cheekbone, honestly. And I'm gonna go into this. Before you jump and follow where I'm placing my blush, I think, not even I think, you have to know your face shape and where to apply your things. So that's something that is super important. Blush placement matters. Like, I don't want y'all to mess that up. So make sure you just like look into your different face shapes and how and where you should apply things and where they'll work best for you. So I'm gonna blend this out now. I'm then gonna go in with my Rare Beauty bronzer stick. Absolutely love this bronzer stick to just bring some warmth into my face. So you want to make sure when you're applying your bronzer, contour, whatever, that you're applying it, kind of make like a go into 3 with it. So like this area, this area, this area, top of your forehead, right under your cheekbone, and then jawline. Same thing on this side. Alright, and then I'm gonna go in with my Huda Beauty faux, I don't know, faux filter? Yeah, faux filter concealer. Absolutely love this concealer. This is in the shade Crumble. So how I place my concealer, I just go under my eye, go small triangle like that, and then I kind of follow the shape as if I had like a wing liner, as if I'm like cleaning up a wing liner. So as you can see, I just went like right up under right here and just dragged it straight. And then I like to put it here and right here. And then we repeat that on this side. So I like to let this concealer sit a little bit, and then I'm gonna blend out this bronzer, but I did forget to put on my nose contour. So for my nose contour, I'm gonna use the Fenty contour stick in Espresso. That's that me, Espresso. Now to blend out my bronzer, I'm gonna take this contour brush and get to work. Whenever you're blending your contour, you always want to blend upwards. Don't blend down because you're gonna drag your face down. Because makeup is all about enhancing our features, right? And if we're doing things against our face, we're gonna make ourselves look crazy, because makeup has that potential to make you look crazy. I'm gonna take Latte from Too Faced and just literally put that in the inner corner. Anytime you're blending out your nose contour, you want to make sure you always blend it up into your brow bone right here. Always. Don't even ask me why, because I don't know, it's just law. Like, we just have to do it. It's just the rules. I didn't make them, but I follow them. Just blend it up into the brow bone. Give yourself that squinty nose. Then I'm gonna take this to blend out the inner corner. Anytime you're blending out your concealer as well, you always kind of want to look up to blend it into your creases to make sure the concealer is not settling into your creases, because it's very easy for it to. I'm gonna use this setting powder from this black owned brand called Mented. I found them on Ulta and I was obsessed, and then I bought this powder and I became even more obsessed because it's too good. What I'm doing right now is setting everywhere that I put my concealer. So anywhere that I had concealer on, I am putting powder over. And even places where I didn't put concealer, I'm gonna just set, because powder is like the key in your makeup routine. It is what locks your makeup in place. It is what makes sure your makeup isn't going anywhere. So if you're gonna have a long day outside, or if you're an oily girl, the powder and you have to be best friends. Like, not even joking, like you have to be a little heavy-handed with the powder. But also be careful with it, so you're not like giving yourself crazy flashback. I'm gonna go in now with a powder bronzer, the Juvia's Place. I love her. Although I just went in with the setting powder, I'm still gonna go in with a bronzer, powder bronzer, because it's just gonna enhance that liquid bronzer that I already put on my face, and it's just gonna enhance that, like it's gonna make it pop. The same thing with the blush, like you guys will see it come together. So I'm gonna just take it like this and then make it swirly. Make sure we're blending upwards once again. And on my nose contour, I want to do the same thing, taking that top shade super lightly on this brush and just following where I put that liquid. So for the eyeshadow, we're staying in this palette. Contouring some lashes, a little highlight in the inner corner, a little eyeliner, you good to go. Like, you don't need nothing else. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. Okay, I'm gonna just take this little blending brush, take that top shade again, and blend it onto my eyelid. I'm gonna take this little sponge and pack on that powder like this, and just follow like under my where I put that bronzer powder. I just feel like this really enhances your makeup. Like, it just adds structure to your face. So to wipe off all this powder on my face and to also not give me like a super powdery look, we're gonna do two things. The first thing is we're gonna use a little baked setting powder. You can use like a foundation powder, as long as you have like a powder that is your skin tone. You can literally just use it. Just make sure it's baked and not loose. I know it's like, whose skin color is that? But it works. So I use it and it doesn't give me flashback. And this is also another step that will make sure your face doesn't budge. But the second thing that we do to get rid of this powdery face is spray your face with like a setting spray. I use honestly any setting spray, but right now I'm going to use the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. And we're almost there, my loves. We're almost at the finish line. If you don't know how to apply lashes, I'll show you now. Once the glue looks like this, it's ready to go on. Like once it starts turning blue, you have to put it on. Not a second after or later. So you want to make sure you're looking down into a mirror and just place it on as low as it can go. I bought this powder in the wrong shade, so I'm just using it as a setting powder right in my eye. For powder blush, I like to go in with this orange set from Juvia's Place and apply it exactly where I applied my blush the first time. And that is the look. I'm so happy with how it came out. So this is like my go-to look for when I'm going out anywhere and I just want to look like cute, like not like I'm doing too much. So this is my version of soft glam and yeah, baddie makeup. Your skin but better, enhance your features makeup, my favorite.